If you all could cosplay as anything, what would it be? Just tell me.
Pickle Rick!
Or his less salty cousin, Cucumber Rick. That was a good joke. I don't care what you said.
I didn't say anything, I just had to groan.
Alright, other people, what would you cosplay as? Anything.
Rayburn.
Rayburn. What's that? Race car?
Discord.
Oh, Discord. Race car. What else? Would you want to cosplay as a Disney princess? Or a DreamWorks princess?
Are there any?
Unicorn, cool.
Anybody in the world, who would you want to be cosplay as?
You were cosplay as Queen Chrysalis. Well done. I like it. She's scary.
Well, she's dressed as Cadence. She could be Chrysalis.
Are you Cadence?
There's chances.
Look at your cosplay. It's so wonderful. I like your sneakers. Very cool. Are you going to wear that for Halloween? No? What'd you have for Halloween?
Only because this.
A witch? What kind of witch? Wicked witch?
Sharon's stick note.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, ACRacebest is still like, I guess, using the bathroom. Look at that mug you got right there. Look, share that with the room. Look, you right there. Look at that. That's wonderful. Where'd you get that?
I got that upstairs by the, I think they were called
Traveling Pony.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know if you can see it from up there, but it's got the Sweet Apple Acres.
That's really, how much was that?
I think it was like $30.
Oh.
Saber, with all that YouTube money you make, you can easily afford that.
People think YouTube money is like, wow, you must be rich. I can afford like Subway once a week.
I can pay my rent, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Screw race. Let's get this panel going.
Let's do it.
Yep. Guys, welcome to the How to YouTube panel. And
You almost forgot.
And we will be talking mostly with you guys, just Q&A, just shoot the breeze, talking about how we grew our channel. If you have questions about YouTube and how it works, and videos, and algorithms, and all that fancy stuff, please, by all means, let us know.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Let's do it. Paleo, who are you?
I am Paleosteno. I make videos about like movies and cartoons and a bunch of that stuff. Sometimes about video games. And yeah, my channel name is like Paleosteno. And yeah, so.
Just to give them an idea how many subscribers you have.
I'm about to reach 35,000.
Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. JHaller, who are you?
My name is JHaller 2 on YouTube. JHaller was actually available. I've been making videos on YouTube since around 2011. Actually, it was this show that was a large reason for me wanting to even create videos in the first place. Mostly do video mashups with songs. I've done work with the Pony's Anthology series. And I've also been a part of the top 10 videos of the month in the past to showcase and highlight other people's videos.
Very cool. And where are you floating around?
Oh, subscriber-wise, right now it's 200,000 plus. I haven't looked at that number in a long time.
That's awesome. Well done. Race, who are you? How was the bathroom?
It was. Smell that soap. That's real nice. Yeah. So I'm ACRacebest, much like the other guys up here, YouTuber. What I missed? What are we? How are we introduced?
Introduce your channel.
Oh.
Favorite channel?
I have a very random channel. A lot of people here know it for Bronies React. Some people might not know it at all. Others like it for, I do racing videos on it. I have a series called The Low Budgets. I know, yeah, you know about it. And what I do is I actually take characters from My Little Pony and other cartoon shows and paint up cars and then crash them against other cars in demolition derbies. And then I do convention vlogs, I do all sorts of videos, P&Vs. I have a very random channel where I kind of just make whatever I feel like. Like the other week, I decided to make a random video where I got engaged. Yeah, so that was cool. And yeah, I'm hovering just above 100,000 subscribers.
Excellent. All right, cool. My name is Saberspark. I do cartoon reviews. I started with My Little Pony back in around 2011. Kind of decided to open it up around 2015 and just talk about just cartoons in general because I figured if you're into My Little Pony, it's a good chance you're into cartoons and other stuff. So I've been able to make that into a job. I'm almost around 400,000, so it's a lot of fun.
That's why you wanted us to say something.
I'm the biggest. And how tall
To
are you?
make us look bad.
Biggest jerk.
I mean, hey, I gotta start somewhere. But yeah, all right. So I was sharing Race that this panel is mostly like Q&A. We've had these panels before. Folks are like, "How do you do it?" Or "How should I start my own channel?" And things like that, of that nature. So, is there a Q&A mic? Oh gosh, I didn't ask that guy.
He's gone now.
Just shout it out. Just shout it out, crowd.
How did you get your start?
All right, fire away, guys.
So if you have a question, just raise your hand. We'll aim to get everybody.
Yes, sir.
I'm an animator, and I just started posting YouTubes online since this year, and I'm not getting that much attention. Is there any way I can, get myself out there more?
I first off, you're very brave for animating on YouTube. Because favor animators really.
I have a question for you. Like, how often do the animations come out?
About a month, because I kind of have a perfectionist side in me.
Yeah.
You sound like an animator.
How long are the videos usually?
Average 2 to 4 minutes, right?
Oh, it's pretty
Wow.
decent.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. For those who don't know, YouTube used to be really popular with animators in like 2008, and 9, and 10, and it was like the dominating force on YouTube. And then YouTube was like, well, let's go change everything to where we favor long form content, like Let's Plays, like 30 minutes plus. And those videos typically do better, they're easier to binge, you can put more ads on them. The animators got screwed super hard where they're like, well, we don't know what to do anymore because we make our videos take forever to make, and we don't, the shorter the video, the less we can monetize of it. So that's hard. It's hard to adapt. But for you, how many subscribers do you have? Where are you floating around?
I just only have one.
Okay. I
let's
say
start.
find things that are popular that you like Star Wars is coming out here soon. Just a parody of some
Yeah.
Star Wars. You have to. I mean, it's hard to start off and do organic stuff of your own. So there are some people who can just come out the gate and like build words from the history of the world. We could do it because there's like Reddit, and they might pick it up and be like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Also, another thing I see animators doing a lot more now is like putting out not like full animations, but just animatics.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Which don't take quite as long to make as like full animations.
They don't usually move the mouth. It's just kind of that.
Yeah.
Because like one thing YouTube is unfortunate for animators is that like unless you're like already at a big number, it's going to be hard to like keep out consistent content to start growing because YouTube likes to have like stuff at least weekly. So it's
My
very hard.
guy from Federator, which is my YouTube network, they'll like usually they favor 3 uploads a week. Because YouTube favors uploads. They want you to upload. That's more money for them. And I do a video per week usually, 2 technically, not this week though. But yeah, it's again really hard for animators because you do it maybe once a month. I want to introduce you to my friend called Patreon. That's going to be a really big one in your future. Continue to grow through animations.
Yeah, and also try to post it like everywhere, like Twitter, Tumblr, like DeviantArt if you can.
Are they MLP animations or your own original?
My own originals.
Still,
It's a hard pill to swallow, but you're going to have to play the game of like what's popular and putting your titles, putting your description, like the key words, putting your
thumbnails are big too.
yeah, and you'll catch on and you'll grow. That's our
I'll
advice.
definitely try that.
Good luck. People, give us your question.
I want to hear your question. You with the is that Twilight?
Spark,
Yes. Yeah. Let's hear your question.
Well, like I have a channel and the only way I know how to like upload videos is if I record with my computer. I mean, not computer, like tablet or like phone. But I have to use like the little cam icon, and I don't know how, like I was gonna ask, how do you like upload videos on something that's like that are actually on the screen without having to hold a separate camera or something?
First off, I think it's awesome that someone at your age can get involved, and because I was like in college when I started to
I
really
only
get it.
upload 4 videos though.
It's fine. Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Yep.
And the younger you start, the quicker you can adapt and learn the game. I mean, I still look back on videos from like a year ago. I'm like, oh, this is awful. They're all awful. But you learn how to improve. To answer your question though, it's something called Open Broadcaster Software.
I'm not sure if that'll work on a tablet though. Like if it's a tablet, there's some screen recording softwares that you can download from like the Google Play Store or what is it, the iOS store, I guess.
Yeah.
Because just look for like a screen recorder, and you should find some apps for that.
Yeah. And again, like usually the big YouTubers you admire who are successful, they do Q&As and they'll like reveal that information. But open broadcaster software is really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's like for a computer.
Yeah.
I know. Mom.
All right. I'm curious actually, how many of y'all are YouTubers? Raise your hands. What do you do? Tell me, just tell me.
I make NASCAR videos.
NASCAR, what do you do?
Alright.
Pickle Rick, yeah.
Oh yeah, good work. Alright, so this actually also kind of follows up to the question I have. So I have a YouTube channel, not very popular. I think we're at 30-some subscribers.
Okay.
At this point. Right now, we're kind of just mainly like a podcast and DVD collection and CD collection channel. If you want to check it out, it's Would You Spend a Day with Tim Allen. We also have a website. It's what's that? I believe it's wouldyouspendaday.com right now. We're trying to shorten it to YSAWTA because that's like the acronym. But this also kind of goes into what I wanted to ask. So the kind of music we're really into, like pretty much like a lot of punk music. So like a lot of music that isn't quote unquote popular with me. I mean, we're still into like a lot of like pop punk bands like Green Day, Blink-182, stuff like that. And the thing is, we're not very growing at the rate that we expected. So what would you maybe, what advice would you maybe give us?
You gotta play the algorithm game, you gotta play the trend game, you gotta find things that are popular, because people aren't gonna search something that's completely unknown to them.
Yeah, I was just reminded of something, back to the animator, is that something that Steven Spielberg said, like when he was making Jurassic Park and Schindler's List, is that you gotta make one for them and one for you.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Harrison Ford shared that with Chris Pratt, because he said you make one, like you make the movie that you want, and then make the movie that makes you the money, keeps you alive and going.
Yeah.
That's good advice. And for Spielberg, he used to have his cake and eat it because both those movies are really good.
Yeah.
Darn Spielberg. Hate that guy.
What about social connections too? Do you have any other podcasts that you collaborate with, could get on with, something like that?
We have tried to reach out with other YouTubers. Unfortunately, it's either comes out to they can't really fly out all the way because we're a Madison-based channel, and it's kind of collaborating between me and two of my best friends in the world. We try to either try to contact them, but they either try and it just ends up falling out, or they're just too far. Like, hey, I'd love to collaborate with you, but I don't really have like $700 just to fly out 2,000 miles to you guys to like spend like one day with you.
Can they not do like Skype or anything?
Well, we could, but with our current recording technology, i.e. Samsung Galaxy S7s, hey, it was either that or, we could use my crappy MacBook, which has like the crappiest quality ever. But, which is what we had to do with like the first 20-some episodes of our podcast. So for like up to like 2 hours, we literally just had to stare into my laptop and just talk about like the most random things ever. I mean, we have, tried to, condense it so we're not just like talking about, just like this, that. But then again, it's also like up to like a 2-hour podcast.
So
Yeah.
a person that I sometimes watch is a guy by the name of Total Biscuit, and he does this podcast about every week, and he's always got a different guest, and they always just do it on Twitch a lot of the time. And so Twitch, I think, and you were mentioning open broadcast software before, that's a really good tool and utilization for, even if you can't get someone to fly someone out, which is totally understandable. You can't, you know what I mean? But having like a live video chat
Having live podcasts like gets a lot more audience.
Because you guys,
Eventually,
obviously,
yeah.
you guys do your thing every week too, and that's all.
Wait, you think he's a larger audience, really?
Yeah, I think so. Because when we first started doing a podcast, we were doing it recorded, and then like you started doing live streams, and I said, hey, let's live stream it because you were getting some viewers on your live stream. So
Okay.
I'm going to just throw this out there. We actually have a podcast panel tomorrow, and essentially it's just going to be discussing anything and everything, whatever you guys want to talk about. So we'll have fun with that one.
Welcome to my world.
More questions.
I wanted to ask. So we have this young lady here in the front row. I love your cosplay. You rose your hand and you said you were a YouTuber. So what kind of YouTube videos do you make?
Random ones.
Nice. So like me. All right. So well, keep it up.
What video are you most proud of? All of them, maybe? Yeah.
Nice.
Very
What
cool.
about your American Girl Gymnastics?
Yes. Oh,
Old
30
American Girl
minutes.
Gymnastics.
30 minutes? See, you're already hitting up the long form content. This is brilliant.
Well, keep it up.
Yeah.
I think for her, she really has pushed wanting to do it. Like for me, it's been having to try to figure it out.
Do you, I have a question for her. Do you like unboxing videos? You watch us a lot? That's the future, guys.
She's done a few.
Those channels get millions of dollars by doing that, like per month. It's strange. I'm in the wrong market.
I think it's hard though, because like for her, with like unboxing stuff, it's having to buy it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like window shopping.
Yeah.
It's like going to the digital toy aisle.
Yeah, it's like a lot of these channels that do like the toy unboxing videos. Eventually, they get like so big where the companies will just send them stuff.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I want
toys. I want Legos.
Lego unboxing Nintendo channel. All right, more questions, people. Fire away. You've been holding your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, I've like back in 2012, I originally made a YouTube channel mainly to subscribe to people, and then I eventually started making some gameplay videos, and eventually stopped, started new stuff. Like I did a fan fiction readings, and that eventually like slowed down. Made more gameplay videos, and that slowed down. It's like my main problem is like procrastination. Like, what do you guys do?
Welcome to the game that never ends. It claims us all. That comes down just to discipline, and it doesn't even like strictly relate to YouTube. It can just be real life, like going to your 8 to 5 job. Just make. I use a whiteboard. Like I'm super ADD, and I'm the kind of person I'm like I want to do all this stuff, but I will forget all this stuff, and I won't do any of it. Putting a whiteboard right in front of you, like your computer, reminds you like you got stuff to do. Just do it one at a time. Just cross off once. Okay, move on to the next thing. It's easier when you see it there. It's like what they say, like this is such a weird saying, but it's when it comes to eating an elephant, it's easy if you eat it piece by piece. Which I don't know where that came from.
Last time I ate an elephant.
I have a whiteboard too, but I'm failing at using it.
Yeah, you have to make a whiteboard to remind you to use your whiteboard.
I make a schedule for myself, and I rarely, if ever, hit the dates that I set for myself. But it keeps me going. I need to actually start working on this thing because I'll realize I scheduled that video to be out 2 months ago. I need this to be done, and you know most of those videos aren't ones that it's like. It has to be out right now because it's relevant right now. A lot of those videos are like, oh, when I get to it, it'll be a fun video to put out.
You mean like Brony's Reacts?
No, Brony's Reacts are... Where's your footage?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, okay. You brought this upon yourself, sir.
I'm procrastinating on using my whiteboard.
But yeah, make a schedule. I think that helps for me. See if it maybe helps, if you have... Because for me, it also keeps me... I had a problem where I kept forgetting video ideas. I'd be like, oh, I want to make a video.
I always
write it down.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Yeah, maybe have a notebook with you or something. It helps.
Yeah, or write it on your phone or
Put
whatever.
your phone.
Playing off of that too, just even if you don't get the thing you want to get done by the deadline, at least if it can help you start on the idea and keep moving, even if it's at a slower pace than maybe you anticipated, it's something.
Yeah, I have a lot of like bigger ideas that I haven't like completely finished, but I've always like puts like little notes about it, like in a document.
And sometimes it provides you time where you're like, oh, I didn't think about that, and you change it a bit, and it makes it better.
Yeah.
Getting started, like it's sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is because especially if you have a big video you want to do, I feel like sometimes I'll put them off and be like, well, that's a huge task, I don't want to do it yet. But then it's a matter of transferring footage over, and I'm like, okay, I started doing that, I might as well start doing the editing. There's a lot of little things that you can maybe pick up.
Next question. Yes, sir, in the back with the member.
How many people got videos that are over a decade old on YouTube?
Ooh.
It's hard because
I do.
Oh, I do on my old channel.
We have a racing channel called Low Budget TV, and we were posting videos on that. I think in 2007, early 2007. I looked a little different. I had more hair and less body.
Back in 2006, I made like a bunch of music videos.
Did you? Were you dancing?
What?
And singing?
No, like I was using footage stuff and making.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I made this one music video because like I'm a huge like Nintendo fanboy. So I made a music video called like "We Will Believe" when the Wii was about to come out.
Oh! How did you not break the algorithm?
Yeah, and I just had like a bunch of footage of the games that were coming out for the Wii. This is like right before the Wii came out, and like I guess I predicted its success. Congrats.
I see a question over there. Yes.
Did you have a strategy to build up your fan base? I mean, or did it just kind of happen?
It just happened.
Yeah.
It's the thing. I've seen channels who have had like really docile, chilled out fans. Like, most of the people who I hate using the word fans too, to be honest, but viewers. Most of my viewers are really chill. They don't like go crazy when I upload. I mean, everyone has their opinions, but they're pretty chill. Versus like our friend Tommy Oliver. Do y'all know who Bernie Curious is? God, he has got crazy fans who are like, "You're wrong. We hate you." And I guess it depends on the content you upload.
Yeah, it kind of projects out that kind of thing too. If you are more chill, like you said, then you may have more chill fans than that than anything. Yeah, otherwise it's just if you just put out I put out just joke videos most of the time, just because it's whatever I want to make, and most people just know what the style of humor I go for with my videos, and that's the you kind of the people who want to be super critical, and if they realize it's not really as big a deal to you, they usually don't say anything or they'll just not watch.
Yeah, the silent majority.
Whereas you have analysis videos like Tommy does, it's all super in depth and they really want to break everything down to the nth degree, So.
Yeah, I to go along with that, like for me, when I started uploading videos, specifically fandom related ones, because I only had one other video on my channel at the time, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, and for me, we talked about how making some stuff that's relevant to the time, or there's something that's going on right now that you can put out. I think that's one of the things that really helped the Bronies React series get going. That was my first big video, and now my biggest series on my channel. And because at the time it was taking something that a lot of the fandom was looking at and just going, oh my gosh, can you believe what they said? And I'm like, what if we made this just a big joke? And I didn't realize it, but it ended up working out really well.
Making fun of yourself is a lot of fun.
Oh, it's the best. So, but I think what helped, because sometimes you'll see a video on YouTube that has like 10 million views because it's just a weird video or a video of a car hitting another car or something weird.
Or like the Bill Wirtz video that just blew up in History of Japan.
Yes.
Yeah,
and actually he's a great example because some channels you'll be like, dude, this video has more views than anything on my channel. And you click the channel and it has like less than 100 subscribers. And I think the reason for that is sometimes...
Bill's not that, by the way.
Yeah. No. I'm using him as a reason why... I'm getting to that.
It's old YouTube that does it, we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where it's more like a... I like turtles kind of video where it's like...
old viral videos.
Numa, where it's like, wow, you guys are like viral videos, but viral videos typically don't foster a big following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what I was going to say with that, though, is that what helps channels grow is to already have content to fall back on when people find your video and say, oh my gosh, this was cool, or I enjoyed watching this, for them to be able to then click your channel and see, they have a bunch of other content.
Yeah, Bill Wirtz had like a bunch of his Vine stuff on there.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I feel like. The first video you put out on YouTube doesn't have to be the one that, this is going to change the world. Sometimes it's good to have some small videos to warm up the channel, and so it shows people they make other content. So
like you look at like iDubbbz or Markiplier and see they're starting content. It's like, whoa, this is a far cry from what you do now. But you gotta work your way up there. Find what you're comfortable with. You're not gonna strike gold usually immediately and be like, this is it. Typically, it's like trial and error, and it's like, wow, I tried YouTube Poops. I tried My Little Pony. I tried this and that, and you never know your journey's gonna lead you to somewhere else.
And for some channels, it's harder to trace than others, right, Saber?
What's that?
I said for some channels, it's harder to trace where they came from.
I delete my content.
Because you delete everything.
Scorched earth, baby.
Where's that video?
See where the archive of like the Islamic desert
and an army of 300 bronies.
I still have a clip of that. I found it.
Oh,
the 300 bronies?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Like I found it on my external hard drive when I was looking through old posts and
Please
stuff
show
like
that
this.
to me.
Yeah, it was just like a tiny clip though. It was weird.
I have a buddy called Jax Blade. Y'all know who Jax Blade 07 is? He does like fitness videos. He's like always trying to hold it over my head. I get your old cringy content. I'm like, I don't believe you. Upload it. Call on your bluff right now. And he's like, yeah, I lost it. It's somewhere in my house. Half a decade, Jax. Show me.
I just leave everything on my channel. So
Yeah, you're like the old grandpa, like. Hey, look back here in the old year of 2012 with Gundam style.
good times.
You know what blew my mind is that Despacito. Is that what the name of the video is?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just found it a week ago.
Yeah, it's got over 4 billion views.
There's a video with 4 billion views, and I was like, what? Where did this come from? It's in Spanish, which really kind of shows you that there's like another set of YouTube that's like, I mean, as an English speaker only. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like
I had no
Ola
idea.
Soy German is a big big channel
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the Southern Hemisphere is like, we're still here.
Yeah.
All right, question time. Yes.
So I was wondering, applying to up-and-coming YouTubers with the whole monetization thing, and not if one was going to make some content that wasn't exactly advertiser friendly, how would you go about that? Because for people that aren't already established in the system, it's a little hard to kind of just come up front and like decide the first 5 videos and be like, come check out my Patreon and please support my product.
I think that's one reason Patreon's real good right now is because YouTube's hard to.
Patreon's like, thank you, YouTube, for making us successful. The limitations make us outstanding.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, that's kind of one of those current questions, because for those who don't know, YouTube's going through this weird phase.
We'll call it that, sure.
Yeah.
It's nanny phase.
It's YouTube puberty.
It's always going through a phase. It's just interesting to see which one.
Well, it was like the Wild West days for a while with like the Numa and just simple like viral videos. Because if you look at YouTube, you can see how it changed. Where it's like people are like, I'm gonna make outrageous videos because that's cool. Like, oh, you flipped off a skateboard, or you're the lightsaber kid. And then people started to realize like, wait, I can actually do branding and do sketch comedy. There was a sketch comedy era where like we had people like Smosh, and Niga Higa and some other ones. Who's that kid with like the curly? I forget. They're all like gone now. William Johnson, and then PewDiePie arrived, and it was a Let's Play era. And then right now it's kind of this weird like blend of like.
You gotta figure out what you can and can't talk about anymore right now.
Yeah, it's like I recently had I posted a review of Blade Runner 2049 that just came out because I do a bunch of movie reviews and that got demonetized. And like I didn't say like anything bad in the video. Like I didn't curse or anything. And then like this morning I checked it again. I was like, oh, it's remonetized again?
They're so weird. Like it's hard. And one thing we do tell people who are starting out a channel, I don't know how much this is relevant, but I know for most of us, like Saber is right now, YouTube is your career. And I feel like you almost can't choose to have YouTube as a career. You almost have to get there and then be like, okay, now
it's a hobby that becomes a career, right? Unlike Hollywood, where like, you're gonna be a star, sweetheart, versus YouTube, where it's like, wow, I'm getting to the point where I can break even and do this as a career or a job which is insanely like there's no safety net. Like it can be it's feasted and famine. Where like there's that Rice Gum guy who did a video where he's like, this is the worst month I had, and he made $68,000 in a month. And it's like, oh yeah, what a bad month. He had over 10 million subscribers.
Right.
Versus like, I don't know, you can have this demonetization thing where you just sweep all your videos and you just lost all your income. No 401k, no health benefits, there's no company to fall back onto HR or anything like that. It just, you're on your own. You are a contractor. Good luck.
And you have to pay taxes on all of it too.
Smosh.
To blow up, Big Markiplier, where he makes millions, millions and millions. That's not even including the merchandise and other stuff. And
sponsorship deals, all that
must
kind
be
of
nice
stuff.
when you're so big. I don't need Patreon. I'm like, ooh, nice. By the way, you also check out my Patreon. I'll write you postcards in the mail. Next question. Yes.
Does YouTube get expensive over time?
Depends on what you're doing. You don't pay them.
like for equipment, you only have to pay for that once. So.
Well, I mean.
Unless you break stuff and things like that.
Yeah, unless you upgrade or.
Window movie maker. Like microphones. It depends what you're doing. Like, there are people. Who's familiar with what's his name? The big chin guy who is the animation. The cartoon character. He's like
Grade A under A.
Grade A under A. He uses Microsoft Paint. He records on his phone. It is like the most minimalistic stuff. And he has over like 3 million subscribers. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can like do amazing things with like just the simplest of tools. Like when I started, I was just using a netbook.
Tools are only tools.
Yeah.
The most important thing is the idea you have.
Yes. Right. It doesn't mean much if you can have the most expensive computer or software or whatever if your ideas are not going to be there to back it up.
Yeah.
This happens a lot for artists where it's I need the Wacom tablet, the one that's $2,000, and then I'll be a Disney artist.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, no.
First of all, you gotta learn how to draw first.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, that's that. Oh, that detail. You've had your hand up.
Yes, I have a quick question. She's really driving this, and she of course wants to make all these videos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then it falls to me to have to put them together, and I don't have time.
You should demand payment.
Contract.
So what we usually do is we record them on the phone, and then we use the iPhone movie maker. Is there something simpler or easier, or I know you had mentioned that one software.
It's like, again, you kind of have to Google through it
Okay.
and replicate what other folks do. Like for me,
Okay.
I use Movie Maker, and then I moved to Sony Vegas,
Okay.
and even that's been a problem. And like, 'cause you're an actual editor.
Yeah.
I'm more like, look at my slideshow, so fancy.
So, but yeah, no, there's a lot of free programs that you can find if you look for them. Audacity for sound design and stuff like that. There's a few free editing programs out there. They're limited, but that's why you get what you pay for a little bit with that. And then if the hobby keeps on growing and she wants to get more involved in it, maybe then look into upgrading the software a little bit. But teaching, getting her into classes maybe to have, so you don't have to do the work anymore. You know.
And this may be something that I Googled, but I tried Googling it and I just kind of get confused, is she really wants to do the videos where it's like her and then it shows what she's looking at.
First person view.
Yeah, if that's what it's called.
Well, that's just one thing.
So is there something is there an easy way to do that, or is it basically you gotta Google it and figure it out?
Screen share sort of thing where you can see the stuff that's on the screen if you're playing like a video game, for example.
Yeah,
And
like Dan, what was Dan DM guy?
No, there's definitely like OBS you mentioned before. This is a computer. This is on the computer now, but OBS has what you call a recording section.
Okay.
And it's a completely free program. It's pretty much probably the best free program for screen grabbing the content, and it does great for video.
Jeez, Dan's got 17 million subscribers.
So there's a bunch of stuff that you don't have. You can do it on a budget. You don't have to worry about spending a ton of money starting out. And, some of the other programs you do spend money for have a lot of cool things they can do, but like we said before, that doesn't necessarily mean anything if you don't know how to properly use it.
And honestly, as again, we're all video makers up here. I honestly think one of the most fun parts of the video process, even though it sometimes requires does require the most work, is the editing side of it. So I imagine at some point she's going to be excited to pick that up, and it's because it's part of that, like you get intimate with your video, and that's your way of really being able to calm down over there.
The kind of videos you make.
Intimate ones. No, but so that's something that's going to be part of the process. Once she gets to that stage, and then it'll obviously lighten your load of work too.
She's like, let's make a video, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta do dishes and pay bills.
You had to put your mother on payroll.
It's hard.
Pay for her benefits. All right, questions from the audience. Yes. It's all good. Take your time.
Yes, sorry. What if you were to find a channel or any other creative outlet, like someone on DeviantArt or Tumblr or whatever, and you feel like they're not getting enough attention, they deserve more love, they deserve more views and appreciation, how would you best promote them? How would you best spread the word?
Lots of content.
There's this one channel I watch called Hypercharge, and he makes these really, really fantastically edited videos about Nintendo, and they're very long videos too, but they're like really good he's really good at editing, and he's also very, very funny. But he also brings up like really good points, and he has like only a little bit over 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, what the heck? This guy's like amazing. So every time he releases a video, I just like try to promote him as much as possible.
Can I add on to that? Do you guys know who Review Bra is?
Yeah.
Reporter of the Week? Yes. Okay. He's the guy on YouTube who's like the skinny guy with his hair slicked back, and he does these food reviews where like his most famous videos where he reviewed like a bowl of water. And he's 100% legit. Like he's like, the water, it's you know, it's nice cold. It's amazing because the 4chan calls him Review Bra. He's been into this like transatlantic thing going on. He does like this like radio broadcast. Basically, he was hovering around less than 100,000 subscribers. Then all of a sudden, people found him and he blew up. I think he's approaching 500,000 now. And he never changed what he did. He just got discovered. People finally discovered what he did, and they loved it, and he never had to like change for it. He was a rare case where he stuck to his guns and people realized, whoa, he's cool, he's legit. I love him.
Yeah. No, I don't know what that guy's doing. Yeah, just liking and supporting the video itself. Like every time I like a video on YouTube, it actually shows up on my Twitter feed, for example. So it lets other people know who follow me on Twitter that there's a video I like and they want to check it out. More about the Ponies fandom, the top 10 list, which is still going on, Little Shy. That's a thing that was designed to promote people's videos within this fandom specifically. And
no, I said just like vote for him.
Oh yeah, no, it's like actually participating and trying to get people to participate in that. That was another way we tried to get people in this fandom specifically some more attention. So
people sometimes laugh at it when the whole like, oh, like, comment, subscribe. But
no,
nowadays,
do really
liking and commenting on videos, I think actually
it builds traffic.
It puts them in like we talk about the algorithm. So
people on YouTube who follow someone can see what that person's also liked on YouTube itself.
Yeah.
And there's programs that can help you trace your analytics. Like YouTube has its own analytics, but there's like TubeBuddy, Social Blade, things like that, where it's like, let's see how the numbers are looking today.
Yep.
What am I doing right?
Yep. So yeah, sharing the stuff. If you like a channel, spread it around, let other people know.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, do it.
All right, other question. We got about, I believe, 20 minutes left. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Word. All right. Yes.
Okay. This is kind of more to JHaller.
Next question.
No, I agree. Please.
I see your friends are here.
No friends of mine. What's going on?
I remember this one guy who made brownies react. Are you guys gonna do that?
Let me tell you about Brownies React. Superior React.
The superior.
That's a series by Kibby, our friends Kibby and Jake Wyman. We have something we are planning in the near future, I believe. For still in the planning phases, but stay tuned. Dax, we're gonna have to tie you up in the basement again.
What? It is brownie.
You enjoy it.
You like it.
It's that
Next question.
guy who makes it. He's great.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever had a video demonetized for?
Oh boy.
That's hard to answer. I just recently put out a promo video for Equestria LA convention, and anyone want to join us in LA. But I put out a promo video that I filmed on the teacup ride at Disneyland, talking about a My Little Pony convention. And YouTube's like, this isn't good. This isn't safe. That got demonetized. I went, you guys don't know what you're doing back there.
Some computer at YouTube was like, I hate this guy.
Your videos can give people motion sickness.
There's also one I noticed that don't have M.A. Larson be the thumbnail of your picture.
Automatic.
I should have seen that one.
So I mentioned earlier that my Blade Runner review got demonetized, but it got remonetized like this morning when I looked. But I've had like copyright notices on stuff, and for whatever reason, Paramount movies like usually get a copyright notice on them.
Yeah.
But like months and months after I make the video, so it's like, well, too late. I already made the money on it.
I'm sorry, I just want to throw this in there. This isn't related to the demonetization, but I just had a video get muted.
Really?
The Bronies React to Generation 3 just got
Really?
muted. Yeah, they're like, you've used our music for 5 years. We found you.
I love that when they like do it later. It reminds me of that picture of that gerbil that broke into a box of donuts and he like ate everything. He's like, go ahead and kill me. I've already won.
For those wondering, by the way, a lot of people have asked, I'm planning on figuring out a way to fix that right now. So I'm in the process of getting that fixed. But yeah.
I've only had 2 demonetized videos, and actually both of them were very warranted because they both included swearing. But there was the one thing that I found ridiculous was Anthology 1, which got demonetized and muted because of the Kanye West power intro. So as a way to fight that, I re-uploaded it on my channel, but we replaced the Kanye West power theme song with a version that had kazoos, and and a lot of people said it was better, and it didn't get hit with any copyright. So that's
amazing. How do you know that's why it got demonetized?
Because we figured it out because it was like the same day that he like released an album online or something, and then suddenly a ton of other people were noting that anything that they had with Kanye West in it was muted, demonetized.
Okay.
And then that's why we just kind of process of elimination.
I feel like that's one of the big problems with the demonetization right now is they don't tell you why. You just have to figure it out. There's a bad word in this video or something, but they don't tell you why.
The critic's face, like it's 5 seconds long, and it's like this weird, and it was like across the screen, and it got demonetized. It's like why? there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just like error, demonetized.
YouTube's just a robot.
Yep.
Yeah. Questions? I saw your hand in the back.
What about your video, Sam?
All right, question.
Do you have any advice on networking?
Networking?
Yeah. Make friends. Can I be your friend?
No.
Show me my friends.
It's you don't want to come across as needy, like with an agenda, but make friends. Find people who are in the same circle of what you're trying to do.
That's why I messaged you.
Yeah, and we've been buddies ever since. And
are you talking about networking on YouTube or just networking in general with people?
Mostly for YouTube.
Okay.
Send messages. It never hurts to be like, hey, show them what you can do. Have like a demo reel. Be like, hey, I'm an editor, and I would love to edit for your channel and work together as a team. You have good ideas. I have good editing. Boom. That helps a lot. It helps when they can see something. And just kind of be open about it. Don't be like, I need this or something. Be like, no, I would like the chance. Because worst case scenario, they don't respond or they say no. It's like, okay, move on to the next thing. But definitely get out there. Business cards.
Another thing that people are doing nowadays is they're opening there's a program called Discord, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people here know about, and a lot of YouTubers are opening their own specific Discord, or they're having like their own like groups for like I said, if you find a group of people that are doing something similar to what you are doing, let's just open up a Discord and just mess around and shoot the breeze for a little bit.
There's like a lot of fan groups of like different channels over there too.
But that's another way you could possibly if there are other editors or people who make videos like what you're doing in that same if it's Discord or Skype, anyone still uses it. But if there's anything, that's another way possibly, finding other people who have similar interests and then working on collaborations is always helpful, stuff like that.
13 minutes left. We can keep this going for a little longer. Questions? I want to see if we can somebody new. You in the back. Yes.
Do you spend a lot of time reading or responding to comments? Or is this too much?
I know Black Griffin. You all know what Black Griffin is?
Yeah.
I got this guy down to a science. He replies to comments at like 4 in the morning. Like if you
he doesn't sleep because he's an android. So.
But I'll reply to some of them, but I get a ton, so it's hard to reply to them all.
Yeah, I usually just look at him when a video first comes out. Yeah.
It's rare for me to reply to a comment, but I try to read most of them just to see what's in there.
I like to find the meanest, nastiest comment and pin it to my video.
Those are fun though, when you get some kind of comment that's just ridiculous and you can just make fun of it. That's actually fun to do too.
I just like the casual rainbow dash that waltzed in here. Just Hey. What's up?
She doesn't want to look at you right now.
There was another question that was over in this area. Yeah, you with that?
Just mostly, how do you best make it so that your video is found other than, I know, like Xmark or tags and stuff like that? Is there other ways to go about like making your videos kind of pop up?
Clickbait.
You're not wrong,
Yeah.
but you also don't want to like, you don't want that kind of audience. You don't want to sell out and be like, I've seen channels where they steal art and it's usually things that are kind of like of sexual nature. It's like, come on, you're better than that. Or maybe you're not, I don't know. But, not you, but the person. But like, I can't encourage enough. Like, you have to play the algorithm game. Find the things that are popular. Google Trends, you know, what's popular? Okay, that's like Undertale a while back, or Cuphead's popular. Draw for Cuphead. Talk about Cuphead. Talk about the Emoji Movie.
No.
Talk about Zootopia.
Emoji Movie's much better.
I thought you said you weren't going to sell out.
Again, like tags, descriptions.
Tags are actually extremely important, more than some people might realize. So just make sure they are, they're relevant to what your video's about, and you can throw in some stuff that might catch into other part of YouTube that normally wouldn't see your video. If you try to get a little bit of trends in there, you can't really go crazy with it because they will, they'll punish you for doing it.
Your title is important.
Yeah.
Apparently, YouTube reads the title and the description before it registers the tags.
Yeah, it's better if like the title, description, and tags have like things that match. Yeah.
Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, it helps ask a question if that's image of a video, like, why is this blah 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 blah? Is Cuphead the best game ever? Why Cuphead is the best game ever? Things like that. And then put some like discussion in parentheses or whatever.
I'm sure, since we have other YouTubers here, do you guys ever get excited, or have you ever gotten a comment? Because I get excited when I get this. When somebody comments and says, I'm on the weird side of YouTube again, and I'm like, I've made it to that side myself.
See, the fun part about that is every time they comment, then YouTube says, oh, looks like they like this type of video. Let's suggest more pony videos today.
Why do I keep getting this?
I hope you like Space Jam P&V.
Well, please make one.
I would love that. I actually saw Space Jam recently in this small theater in my little college town, and people were like losing their minds cheering when Bill Murray showed up. I'm sorry, spoilers. People like lost their minds. Like, yeah! Freaking out. I'm like, there's a market here, isn't there? All right, questions. Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick!
Pickle beam sauce.
Yes, this one sauce. All right, so I kind of have like a two-parter question that's kind of weirdly shaped. So right now we're kind of at the point where in our channel where we're trying to promote ourselves on like social media, so like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Is there any other means or like any other ways that you guys would suggest other than social media?
MySpace, carrier pigeon, AOL.
Smoke cells.
Morse code.
The newspaper,
You know what I see some people do is like print out like business cards and take them to conventions.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Those work. Because for example, there's people that hand out business cards to us, and they always end up in my back pocket when I get home. I'm cleaning out my clothes. I'm like, oh, here's the 6 business cards. Business cards do work. We use them for other. Do you have one? Is this where you work?
Keep that.
Do you mind if I tell everybody what it is?
We got a prank call him right now.
Oh, I thought it was a fandom joke.
No, I can see why you think
Yeah, right.
Babies are us.
Hey, let us have business cards there.
It's like he works at the
going out of business.
Babies Are Us should have been the name of the Storks company. The Stork movie.
All right, you had a two-part. What's
Yeah, so this is kind of a question that we kind of ask everybody online work. Would any of you guys spend a day with Tim Allen?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Jail?
Yeah, wasn't he convicted recently?
Oh,
Absolutely.
maybe not. Wait, you mean Santa Claus went to jail again? Oh man. In the movie The Santa Claus Reached, John.
I actually didn't know you went to jail if you did.
Yeah, and then he got caught with drugs, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, like
Tim.
in like the 80s.
Yeah, years ago.
Happened again recently, I thought.
It did?
Oh, he had his show pulled by Disney. He said getting political, or there's some people are saying that it might have gotten too political.
Oh God, Tim Allen.
Yeah. Maybe if like he wore a Buzz Lightyear costume.
What about the Santa Claus beard? Thank you. All right, questions from the audience.
Pointing at someone. There's someone.
I see a hand.
Yeah, there's a hand.
Ask that question.
You, yes.
If it makes you feel any better, like I have in the hundreds of thousands, and when I do live streams, like 20 people show up.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like when I
It's-
try live streaming, it's always going to be a fraction of a fraction of what your actual audience is.
But those folks typically care the most. They're your quality viewers, and you can, because you're probably the most successful live stream wise.
Yeah, no, because I've been doing it for like what 3 years, I think 4 years now.
So you've been growing.
Yeah, that's been just growing slowly, very slowly, mind you. But yeah, no, you just do it, and it's consistency. Consistency is key because if you don't do it for a while, your viewers will just forget about you. They'll drop off. So you've got to setting a schedule is really important, and doing it consistently, and just. That's basically.
I'm too ADD for that. That's why it's hard.
No, schedules help though, because then people can be like, oh, okay, at 6 o'clock this night, I always like to watch, your stream. So now I can plan on that for the day.
I'm curious.
So.
Where do you guys stream? Do you do it on Twitch or YouTube?
Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but
like you do video game stuff, right? You do too.
I mean, occasionally, rarely, like Twitch.
Twitch, okay.
Yeah, and I do both really.
Yeah, I switch back and forth between the two. Just I don't know which one's better.
Man, I tell you why Twitch is so awesome. There's apparently some like Saudi oil prince who is like the richest guy ever, and he'll go to these streams and just drop $50,000 in PayPals and be like, I'm away. I'm like, watch my videos, please.
I need a year of income now.
I have $50,000 Patreon reward, please.
John, did you have a question?
Yeah, I have a quick question. How do you guys handle requests on your YouTube channels, especially when it's like a bigger channel and you just get a bunch of people just asking a bunch of things, and it's like you have a life outside of YouTube, and it's like you can't really fit everything. How do you guys
Well, I think it depends on like all of our different types of content, because for me, I do like mostly like movie reviews. So like if somebody requests a movie, I was like, yeah, I'll check that out. I may not do a video on it, but I'll check it out and see if like it's worth doing a video on.
I was just imagining that you get like the most one of the most common like do this for Brony.
Daily, and it's oftentimes, which it's real cool that we have a lot of interest in the series, but I get a lot of people daily. Can I be in Brony's React?
Yeah.
If I got well, let's say $5 every time, I'd be in good shape. No, but so it's hard because, again, I don't respond to most comments because of time. I mean, I work a job that's 40 hours a week on top of doing this stuff, on top of doing the racing stuff during the weekend where I announce at racetracks. So there's just time for all of us. There's just not that much time in the day. And I know that I've seen where people get upset because they're like, that race guy I've asked to be on Brony's React, he doesn't even respond, man. What a jerk. And I'm like, I mean, I am a jerk, but you're not wrong. No, but that's the thing, is that it's hard because sometimes you just can't answer everything. So sometimes
that was a brilliant idea. I'll steal it for myself. Yeah, I mean it's difficult, but just kind of write down the ones that you're like, oh, that was good, thank you. Can you use it?
Yeah.
Ask for permission. If someone gives you a good idea, ask permission.
Oh, yeah.
That's always courteous. Or you can steal it.
or don't.
every
Can I steal all your requests?
There's no good
Are
ones.
you sure you want those?
All right, we are at the 3-minute mark. We got some time left, folks. Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever thought about doing any major collabs outside of Brony's React?
I hate British React.
Quiet. I'm in talks with a couple of interesting people. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, which is why I don't tell people, guess who I might have on Brony's React. It's why you usually don't find out who's on it until it goes out. But as far as on Brony's React, there's a couple of interesting people that might show up at some point. We've talked about maybe like branching out and doing something like more than just Brony React, like, you know, other stuff. Sometimes I'll now, kind of, but like I'll also post like some race React stuff where I just do whatever. But yeah, no, it's interesting, like collabing. You guys done anything or consider doing anything?
Well, me and Saber have done a couple of things.
Jay, you've done a little thing.
One little thing.
Yeah.
One little thing.
What was it called?
Well, you have something in mind, it seems, right?
No.
Anthology.
You know,
crying out loud.
Oh, yeah, anthology.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, no, obviously anthology, and working with
care.
There's a group of PMV people called the Collaboratory, which Dex back there runs it. And
I was never invited to that
I've
group.
been involved with those guys. They make some pretty sweet PMVs. But yeah, always up for collaborations if the idea is something that's interesting. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Questions? Yes.
Do you ever get past that natural like distrust that, like, I know personally I'm trying to do voice work and I've been told that I'm good by, I've gone to like expos and actual professionals, and yet I just have a natural distrust of whether it's actually good. Do you ever get over like that natural distrust of whether your work's actually good or if it's just?
Yes.
You almost have to. It kind of goes for me when people ask, like, you know, what content should I make so I can get famous, so to speak. I think if you're doing what you enjoy, and like for us, since we're making videos, it's, you know, it's not on for some of us, it's not on someone else's dime. So I'm making something that I want to make, that I had fun making. At that point, if I enjoy it, if I can look back at it in a year and get a laugh out of it, success. You know, it's not so much. I mean, obviously, if you're talking about like career-wise or stuff, like going into voice work, you know, you always want to try and get as much advice as you can. But yeah, I mean, sometimes, I think at some point you get to a point, I know that confidence is something that isn't the same for everybody.
It's tough because sometimes, like, the best things you need to hear are not the easiest, where it's like, tearing myself apart. Like, I can ask the PMVers back there, my guys, look at my editing, look at my fancy slideshow, what can I do better? And there's plenty of stuff I can do better. But that's the stuff you need to hear to say, how can I improve and keep evolving and adapting and trying to be better? Because if you don't, you're going to fade away eventually, unless you do something like, I don't know, people love.
Yeah, no, do it because you enjoy it, and keep improving if you have a passion for it. That's what I would say. You know, if you are having a self-confidence issue, usually, I mean, putting your stuff out there, and like you said, it might get torn up, it might get torn to pieces, but just as long as you can take the critique and utilize it effectively.
The legitimate critique.
Yeah.
Not they.
You suck.
Well, that's why I think it helps to ask friends. You know, it's if you're because when we talk amongst each other about, like, you know, improving or take a look at this, you know that it's someone that, like, someone credible that you're like, okay, I know you're not just gonna either just say, oh no, it's good.
It's the kind of friends who are like, yeah, that dress makes you look fat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Guys, thank you for joining us for our YouTube panel.
Yeah. A reminder that we're gonna have a podcast panel tomorrow.
It'll be in this room.
It'll be in this room.
We have a bad fan fiction panel in the Caramel room later tonight, so it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, thank you all for coming out.